Hi loves, I hope all is well. I'm going to be doing a card pull for today, which is September the 2nd, and it's the new moon in Virgo. So I'm going to ask you to tap in, and are you feeling our fluorite tower? Strawberry quartz? Or moonstone? Remember, go with whatever that first initial feeling is. Don't overthink it. Okay, we're going to start with our beautiful fluorite. So fluorite was speaking to you, then this message is for you. Let's see. So again, I do have a link where you can skip the shuffling if the shuffling is not what you want to be part of. This energy with the Virgo energy is very heightened, and we've been feeling it for probably about 2 weeks, because we've also stepped into our eclipse season. So we do have a lunar eclipse coming up September 17th, 18th, depending on where you are. So that's a very heightened energy as well. And this energy is very much about clearing and engaging and fully tapping into, you know, your energy and your higher purpose, and finding confidence in that and peace in that. So make sure you take some time for, and that one went on the floor. Make sure you take some time for just being in your own vibe and really allowing yourself to hear what, you know, you are saying to you and what your team has to share with you. Okay. All these cards came out in twos today. That's very interesting. So if 2 is a number that you've been seeing, 222 or anything like that, then it's more confirmation. Let's see. All right. Cleaning house. Goblins. Education. Deep freeze. Mountain. Enlightenment. Wonders. Potential. Forgiveness. Simplicity. Purity. New beginnings. Contract. Door to romance. Angel of balance. Appreciation. Yin yang. The garden's gate. So this is like a really big energy of kind of a story where you had to do so much inner work, so much healing, so much really deep, like heart-centered stuff, where you had to clear and release and forgive and really let go of things that were holding you kind of emotionally hostage. And it was almost like you're in this like emotional paralysis energy where you weren't allowing yourself, and this is a very unconscious thing, but you weren't allowing yourself to move forward, holding on to the past, holding on to the hurts, holding on to things that don't serve you in who you are right now, because who you are right now is not who you were, you know, 2 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. And they're just showing you like this, these things that are fragmented. So it's like for many of you, it just feels like a lot of fragmented energy has come up to the surface over the last couple of weeks, like energy from the past and like just thoughts and feelings and triggers and stuff like that. And you're kind of like, why am I thinking about this? Or why, you know, questioning yourself. But it's simply because it's just like old energy that needed to be seen and lovingly released. So it's like, hey, you healed through this, and like it's time for you to celebrate the fact that you have done this deep healing and that you can be such a conscious being of your feelings. It's like It's okay that I'm feeling this. It's okay that I'm, you know, not holding on to this. It's like the flow that you are right now is incredibly powerful because you're not holding on. It's like you're with your feelings, but you're not allowing them to control you or to put you in a place of, oh, so you can't really see the bottom one, sorry. You're not allowing it to kind of pull you down, where before, when you'd be feeling certain ways, you'd be down for the count. You'd be down for a day or a week or a month or whatever. But now you're just like so conscious that you're like, okay, I'm feeling this, but you're giving yourself permission to feel your way through it. You're no longer holding yourself hostage and keeping yourself frozen in time, so to speak, where it takes control over you, because you know who you are now. You've tapped into this place of power. You've tapped into this place of expansiveness and strength and consciousness and alignment and all of these amazing things. So they're just saying, like, you've opened the door to these new beginnings. You've opened the door to this unfolding of what has always been yours. Like, you're no longer doubting yourself, and you're no longer in this place of lack. So the more you're doing that is bringing you joy, the more you're doing that is holding you in that sense of gratitude and appreciation and love and harmony and all those kinds of like high frequency energies, the more you are allowing yourself to unfold and to welcome all of these beautiful abundant energies that are stepping forward. So they're saying, like, this is your time of harvest. All you have to do is be, like, be who you are. Be in this place of empowerment. Be in this place of, I know who I am and I love who I am, and be proud of that. Like, tell yourself, I am so proud of me. Like, having that thought process, that energy, the way of feeling is really important, because you appreciate you, and that means you appreciate your journey. That means you appreciate everything that you've gone through, everything that you've accomplished, everything that you've overcome, everything. You appreciate everything because of how you feel about you right now. It's like, I appreciate myself. I appreciate where I am. I appreciate my life. And having that mindset is really allowing you to unfold or allowing things to unfold in, it's like a sense of effortlessness where you're just like, okay, it is what it is. All is well. Everything always works out for me, and I'm just going to be. So, being in that conscious state of who you are and your authenticity is really important. And for many of you, it's about like that gift of self-love. It's like, you may have said in the past that you loved yourself, but you understand the difference now, because you truly have come to that place of self-love. You've truly come to that place of what it feels to love yourself unconditionally. And that's something that has challenged you, because you've had to feel your feelings and go through all these things. But now it's just this place of unity, this place of harmony, this place of who you are in this moment, and everything that has always been yours is now unfolding in your human experience. So for some of you, they are speaking about a romantic connection, and because you have done heart healing and you know what you are worthy of, so to speak. Like, you are the magnetic being for, you are so in love with yourself that you attract that same frequency in someone else. So that partner will have that same frequency of, they've gone through certain things, they've had to do their own healing, and they love themselves completely and fully. And you coming together is like a soul contract, I guess you'd say. It's like, you've done so much healing for yourselves in this life that now you're able to have a healthy relationship. You're able to welcome in a partner that is not a lesson, I guess you would say, because it feels like for many of you, you've had some very karmic relationships. Some people will call them karmic twin flames, or, karmic soul partners and stuff like that. But they needed to happen in order for you to become who you are now. And the love that you have for yourself is attracting that love in someone else. So they're saying to this is a partner of balance, a relationship of balance, a relationship of harmony, a relationship of appreciation and mutual, like everything's mutual in that sense of you both give 100 because there's no attachment. It's like, it's no longer that sense of, oh, I can't live without you, or, you know, you complete me or anything like that. It's a sense of, I know who I am. I love who I am. And, you know, when we talk about love, it's like, you know, you've built this home within you for yourself. You came home to yourself. And this relationship is like that in-ground pool that you always wanted. So it's something wonderful and joyful, and, you know, it brings pleasure and happiness, all these kinds of wonderful things. But you also know that if the pool doesn't work out and there's a crack in the foundation or something and you have to fill it in, your house still stands strong and beautiful. So they're just saying, like, love without attachment and be open, because this soul contract is on a higher frequency, on a higher timeline, where it is beneficial and joyful and harmonious. So, you know, don't allow yourself to kind of get lost in the overthinking mind, and just really stand strong in who you are, because it's really going to help you to purify any kind of stagnant energies that may linger. Because for the relationship aspect, it's like, because you have not experienced a healthy relationship, this relationship that is healthy will challenge you in different ways, but in really healthy ways. And this is something that you will both work through together. And it's not from a fear-based energy. It's from a self-awareness energy, because you know what you're feeling. It's like, okay, like if you had an issue with jealousy before, like a partner that was super jealous, or you were super jealous, you know that you can just speak to your partner, say, okay, so I'm feeling kind of insecure about you doing, I don't know, maybe they're going out, I don't know, whatever. Like, I'm feeling insecure about this. And you guys have a discussion about it. And like, you know, you've come to that place of clarity, of communication, and of, you know, emotional intelligence, where that openness is there, which you haven't experienced before. So it is going to be a learning curve, but in such a beautiful way. So, and for those of you who are not seeking relationships, this is simply about that balance with yourself, that balance with the fact that you've come into this place of self-love, and now it's like the harvest is here. And the harvest is for all of you, for, you know, whether it's a relationship based or not, but the harvest is you taking that time to enjoy all the things that you have done for yourself, and this place you've come home to within yourself, because now it's like, they're just saying the fun can begin. So it's like that time of celebration. Okay. All right, my loves, I hope that resonates. And now we will move on to number 2s. Okay. So if you were feeling, a beautiful strawberry quartz, then this message is for you. Okay, so there is a timestamp for those who don't wish to be in the shuffle. So feel free to skip ahead. Okay. Like I was saying with Pile 1, we are in a really big energy month, and it's phenomenal. So make sure you're taking time to, you know, be in, on the floor it goes, to be in that place of stillness and joy and appreciation, because we're also in a number of retrogrades, the shadow retrograde for Mercury, as well as, and another one, as well as eclipse season, because we do have a lunar eclipse coming on September 17th, 18th, depending on where you are. And that's a very big and beautiful energy. Oh, your cards just want to be all over the floor today, guys. Let's see. Please check out our blog at 808co.ca for all the information about this month's energy, because it is a very powerful and beautiful month. And I think we deserve it, because the last few years and the last few months have been very purifying, to say the least. So this is now that time of the harvest, I guess you would say. Okay. What else do we have? A lot of your cards want to be on the floor today. Okay, my loves, what do we have for pile 2? All right. Come together. Home. Mountain. Heal the touch. Oh, heal the ouch. Blessings. Power. Taking risks. Thriving. Delight. Elimination. Anxiety. Appreciation. Contract. 3rd chakra. 6th chakra. And patience. All right, so right away I'm just feeling like you've had to come through a lot of turmoil. They're saying like you've had to come through a lot of chaos in order to be who you are in this moment. And you're now in this realization of your personal power. You're now in this realization of you have choices. Like you are the power of your own life. You are the essence of strength and harmony, but it's come from, you know, that deep healing that you've had to do and that place of self-awakening and being very self-aware of who you are. And it's like you've discovered this uniqueness within you, and it feels like it was overshadowed when you were younger, and you weren't allowed just to be you. You were always told what you should be and felt bad for, like, or made to feel bad for being who you are rather than being who you were expected to be. It feels like that kind of energy. And they're just saying like, you've now shed that. It's like they're showing me the snake, and you've now shed that. And you're in this power of self. You're in this power of authenticity. And, you know, it feels like for many of you, you've been in a kind of a hermit energy for quite a while. And now you're just kind of learning how to step outside of yourself. Like when you're in a social event or when you're around other people and stuff like that, it's like you're just learning how to still stand in your authenticity and be yourself outside, you know, because when you're on your own, it's no problem. But when you're around other people, they're still kind of like, you know, if you have friends that, you know, are into drama and all this kind of stuff, and they want to talk about, oh, this person did that and that person, and you're just kind of, you're not feeling it, you know, you're just like, eh. It just doesn't feel, it doesn't resonate with you. So it's like you're finding your balance in how to handle those situations without feeling like you have to engage in them, you know. So it's like there's a learning curve here where you are learning to be yourself no matter where you are and no matter who is around, and being confident in that. So they're just saying to really stand in that confidence, because you are thriving. You are in this, you've gone from like survival mode to thriving mode, and they're just really showing you as this powerhouse of energy, and not to allow others to like dump on you, I guess you would say, or project onto you or anything like that, because your light's going to, as they say, piss some people off. So, and it's just because it's triggering for them. So people will project and so on and so forth. So they're just saying to make sure that you're not allowing that feeling that they are feeling to be what you are feeling. So observe, do not absorb. So be in your power where you can be anywhere and still understand what is yours and what is not. Because it's like when you're feeling like heaviness or frustration or anxieties or sadness or anything that you're just like, why am I feeling this way? Because it's not yours. So they're saying to make sure you take that time to distinguish with what is yours and what is not, so that you aren't holding yourself accountable for things that are not for you and don't belong to you. So really taking that time to work with your heart chakra and be the lighthouse, you know, be that part of you that stands infinitely strong and bright in your power and in your light, no matter what's going on outside of you, so that you know that you are tuning into what is yours and not other people's energies. Because it's like when we're not taking care of our energy, it kind of becomes like Swiss cheese, and then we absorb things from other people, just like going to the grocery store or, you know, going out, whatever. So they're saying to make sure that you are solidifying your energy and knowing, and it's not about protecting your energy, so to speak. It's more about standing in your energy, because when we feel like we have to protect our energy, that's kind of a fear-based mentality, rather than saying, I just stand strong in my energy, because that's about you being confident in who you are, you being confident in the power that you are and the power that you have, because you're stepping through this like threshold of being able to be you around family, around friends, around people that have doubted you or you know, called you crazy or called you, you know, whatever, like have not been the supportive, loving energy. And I feel like it's done out of their own fear. So you crossing this threshold and allowing yourself to stand, you know, in your light without judgment of self or others, and know that, you know, people will project and that's okay, but that's on them. So your teams are saying like, stand in your power. Like you are more powerful than you could have ever imagined. And there's just a big expansion energetically going on with you that's just like super powered. And that's coming from the healed self. That's coming from the healed ego and the healed aspects of you that have done all of this work to be who you are. And that is important to protect. So protecting yourself in that sense of, I stand in my power confidently, lovingly, and I only accept what is mine and not, you know, and I observe, you know, what isn't. So they're just asking you to have that mindset right now of, I observe, I do not absorb, and be confident, because the more you move forward in your authentic power, the more things that are unfolding for you. So they're showing me like just an abundance of joy and happiness and things to be joyful about and happy about. And for some of you, there's travel coming up, and it's just you're this magnetic energy of blessings. And they're saying to make sure you're staying in alignment with that energy, so that you are attracting what has always been yours. And it's just kind of clearing the fog and just saying, oh, there it is. Because these energies are coming in response to how you feel and you standing in your power and you being your best self and being on your highest timeline. Okay. All right, my loves, I hope that resonates. And remember, don't allow anyone else to kind of throw shade on who you are, and don't take anything personally in this life, because they're just showing me like when we don't personalize things and you know that how other people feel is coming from their own life experiences, their own fear, their own doubts and whatever. Don't accept that as yours. It is not your truth. Okay. All right, my loves. Now, if you were feeling a beautiful moonstone, then this one is for you. Okay. There is a timestamp if you wish to skip over the shuffling. And I was saying to the first two pals about, again with the floor. I was saying to the first two pals about September energy, and it's just a big and beautiful energy. We are in a lot of retrogrades, and 2 retrogrades had started on September 1st. We are still in the shadow of Mercury retrograde because Mercury has gone direct. We're also in eclipse season, because we do have a lunar eclipse on September 17th, 18th, depending on where you are. There's just a lot of amazing energy and abundant energy happening this month. So you can also check out our blog at 808co.ca for all the information about September. Okay. Feeling a very like soft energy here, like kind of a resting into energy, rest and relaxation, and almost like taking a time out and taking a breather. Just feels like you can finally breathe. Angel of Love turned over just as we were talking about taking time to breathe. All right, my loves, let's see. Angel of Love. And they're saying 4s and 9s. She is number 49, but they're showing me 4s and 9s. 7th chakra, patience, Magician, and the Mirror. Journey, door to spirit. You guys are very high vibey. I love it. Okay. Solitude, power, community, illumination, wisdom. They're showing me a lot of water, so if you're a water sign or if you have a lot of water in your chart, that's confirmation as well. Solitude, compass, sacred pool, come together, details. So for you guys, it's very much like you're on such a high frequency and so much is unfolding for you very quickly. Like there's just a lot of energy coming forward that is all about like expansion and new experiences and moving forward. Like they're showing me this forward momentum energy. It's no you're no longer looking back. You're no longer like, they show me a car with no rear view mirror, which means you're not looking back any longer. You're looking ahead. You're looking forward. You're just looking at where you are right now. And that power of being present is so important. And you're really in your power, like your connection with your team, your connection with yourself, your connection with source. Like you're literally channeling the energy of your divine team, source energy, blessed Gaia, like all of the high frequency energies. And it's like, so they show me someone that's floating just off the ground kind of thing. And that's just that connection. Like you've just released all the weight of the past, all the weight of things that aren't serving you, the weight of burdens and responsibilities that really were never yours to begin with kind of thing. And it's come through a lot of forgiveness, patience, and looking within, obviously. And you've taken this journey. You've opened these pathways within you that are, it's like, so they show me these a light coming out of somebody's chest, and it's just in all different directions, because it's like you have so many beautiful paths to choose and they're all yours. They're all abundant. It's just like, which one should I do first? So you're choosing to take these journeys without trying to figure out the details. Okay, I'm going to go down this path and let's see what happens. And you're in that state of like, it is what it is. And I know it's wonderful. There's just nothing lingering any longer that is holding you hostage or keeping you in a place of stagnant energy. Because it feels like, when the dog comes out of the water and they shake off the water, it's like you've shaken that all off now. And it feels like it's been very recent. Like, the past couple of weeks, you've had some moments of just old energy, like either whether it was a thought or a person stepping forward or a feeling or whatever, but you ebbed and flowed with it so effortlessly and so smoothly and in such a high frequency way. And there's just nothing that lingers anymore that is heavy or that is dense or that is they're saying like that ick energy, that dark energy, like you've done this healing and now you're standing in your full power and your pathways are being illuminated. Your pathways for your highest and your greatest good. They're showing me like for a lot of you, new businesses, new jobs, new relationships, new, like all these new wonderful things are unfolding for you. And you are holding that compass. They're really bringing me to the attention of the compass. Like you need to do what is right for you, what feels good to you for all of these changes, and make sure that you are holding this power and knowing that anything that benefits you benefits the people, that you love. So it's this ripple effect. But they're saying like you need to make sure that you're choosing you and doing what is right for you, because it feels like you've always done what's right for everybody else and put other people's desires and needs and wants and all that before your own. And now it is your time to shine. Now is your time to receive. Now it is your time to be in that place of, this feels good to me, so this is what I'm doing. This feels good to me, so that's a path I'm taking. And without allowing the outside noise to kind of dictate or try to push you into the direction that they feel is better for you, because you are the power. You are literally the power of everything that is unfolding for you, because you have done so much for yourself. You have done the inner work, and only you know how much work you've actually done. Only you can have the deep understanding of how far you have come, because nobody else can really grasp how challenging and hard and painful this journey was for you. So they're just saying like, you need to celebrate. It's time. Like it's time. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate all of these beautiful blessings that are unfolding for you. Be open to receiving. Be in that sense of I rest and I receive, and everything always works out for me. And they're saying like, don't worry about the details. Like the details are up to them. So it's like you're floating in the water, and you're kind of just letting things happen. Like you're just like, okay, the current is taking you, gently over there or gently over there. And you're just allowing things to kind of come from within you to show you, to say, this feels good to me. Oh, maybe, or that doesn't feel good to me, so I'm not doing that, or I'm not going there. I'm not walking that path. So they're just showing me you following your higher purpose, and you just receiving this infinite wealth in your life and in all aspects of your life, because you finally know that you deserve it, and you are making these choices for yourself. You're making these choices because they feel aligned with who you are in this moment and in this time, and not who you were, from the past. But they're just saying to remember, like, to lovingly just be who you are, and without judgment of who you were or anything, and not judging others for their attempts, I guess you would say, to push you or guide you, because it's just coming from their own fear or their own place of lack or their own self-judgment. So they're just saying, do you, like, do what feels good to you, allow things to be what they are, because you have come into this like alignment with your highest self, your human self, your source self, whatever you want to call it, but you've come into this beautiful alignment, and this is your place of power, and this is your time to shine, and this is your time to actually live your best life. They're saying like, the rest of this year is so powerful and beautiful and abundant for you, and the rest of your life is the best of your life. So, buckle up, because it's it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of wonderful things coming forward. So, all right, my loves, I hope you have a beautiful day, and please take care.